guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's still your girl Linda over here. In case you haven't subscribed, you know how we roll it. Kindly click on the red subscribe button over there and get yourself subscribed, right? And after that, also click at the notification bell icon. That way, anytime I upload a new video, you'll be the first one to know. So thank you very much for stopping by. Today is another beautiful day. I believe you guys are doing great, and that is why we are going to talk about something very different today, and that is marriage. We are going to learn marriage. We are going to learn what to expect when you're married or when you intend to get married. The do's and don'ts of marriage. I mean, this topic is very big. It's huge. It's diverse. I don't know what to call it. It's a very large topic. So we're gonna do it like marriage part 1, marriage part 2, marriage part 3 until we are done. All right, guys? So today we're gonna start with marriage part 1. So number 1, we are going to learn what you must expect in marriage or when you're about to marry, and that is the first one is everyone has a weakness. Nobody is perfect. Nobody at all. Everyone has a weakness, and that is why when you want to get married, you intend to marry, you must know and expect it in your heart that your better half or your respective other is not a perfect being. As soon as you allow that sink into your head, everything is going to be easier for you, because you're not going to be expecting perfection from anyone. You're not going to be expecting them to always be good. You're not going to be expecting them to always entice you, to always do things that please you. Let me tell you something about marriage. You're really gonna get mad sometimes. Your respective other is going to get you very angry. Ladies, you know how we can get angry, right? Yes. You're really gonna get angry and you're gonna feel like, geez, should I just get up and get out of this marriage, or what should I do? But again, you come and think and say, even if I leave, even if I marry a second husband, or even if you marry a second wife, he or she is not going to be perfect. Could be they don't have the same type of weaknesses, because people are different. Maybe their types of weakness is different from your respective other's type of weakness, but weakness is still weakness. Whether it's weakness 1 or weakness 2, weakness is still weakness. So the earlier you realize that your respective other is not a perfect being, the better for you. Number 2, you have to realize that marriage has its own challenges. Let me tell you something, guys. Sometimes you see people showcasing the perfect side of their marriage. I'll use an example of celebrities, for example. Many of them divorce, but that is later on. But before the divorce comes up, before they are pushed to the wall, before the public knows what's actually going on, they always bring on the table the good side of their marriages. Nobody wants to wash their dirty linen in public, right? Everybody brings the good side of their marriage. They paint a perfect picture of the so-called marriage, and you keep thinking that's what it is. We watch movies every day and they paint a real good picture of love, romance, people breaking plates in the house, and what you think about marriage, you're thinking once you marry, you'll be having sex the whole day. That's not what happens in marriage. Marriage has a lot of things that go on, and everybody has their own challenges. Some people are married to people who beat them up. Domestic violence. Let me tell you, first of all, domestic violence is not only applicable to women. There's some women who beat their husbands. There's some women who has turned their husbands to house husbands. They're the ones going to the market. They're the ones washing the babies. They're the ones changing the diapers. They're the ones packing the garbage. They're the ones cooking for the household every day. There are some ladies who don't even know they're supposed to be changing their bed sheets. The man is the one doing everything. They do everything for them, and that too is every single day of their life. Yes, so as I was saying, it's not only men that beat women. Some ladies, they are very bad. They are very bad. They're arrogant. They can really beat a man up. And some men are so weak. I don't know. but it's just their nature. They are so weak, they can't stand for themselves, they cannot fight for themselves. They just allow their women to beat them up, and they are so embarrassed that they cannot talk about it. All right? And again, you need to know that there's no perfect marriage. There's no perfect marriage. Why am I saying this? Sometimes you see, maybe you have neighbors or friends. Anytime you see them, they're driving together, they're happy, they have gone out, they're taking dinner, maybe they went for dinner or they went for breakfast out or something like that. But what you don't know is the little tiny secrets that are in their house. Let me tell you, for instance, I know of a couple that the lady still bedwets until today, but the man will not talk it in public. Neither will the lady. So if you see them in public, you'll just be seeing this complete family, happy family. But the real thing is, they're not as happy as they make you think they are. They are not that happy. Because who can be happy with a lady who bedwets? Whether it's a spiritual problem or she was born like that, like it's a biological or genetic problem, who can be happy with that? You as a man, men, we know very well men don't even like to smell the scent of a child's piece. Is it a woman's piece that they want to smell? Someone who is urinating on your bed, not once, not twice, it's in her and there's nothing you can do about it. And you fell in love with this person and you married this person, and marriage is for a lifetime. You cannot change it. And that is just what has been happening, and there's nothing you can do about it. Who can stand that? And also, there are men who bedwet, not only women. There are men who bedwet and their ladies have to stand by them through that. But they cannot wash their dirty linen in public. They cannot show the public that that is what they are going through. They want their society to believe that being married is an achievement, that they have made it big in life. They want their friends who know they are married to envy them and be like, I wish my marriage was like so and so. But you don't know what so and so is passing through. You have no idea. You have no idea at all. Trust me. So you have to realize there is no perfect marriage. Because tell me, if it's a man bedwetting, am I supposed to be drying my son's clothes or drying yours? Just tell me. You can relate, right? You can understand what I'm saying. You understand where I'm coming from, right? So you see, all these things happen under marriage. And that is why they always say, even if you feel your marriage is not perfect, even if you feel you're suffering in that marriage, even if you feel you're suffocating, as long as there's no domestic violence in it, you have to try and put up with it. You have to try and weed your own plant. Your plant in this case is your marriage. You have to weed it. You have to water it. You have to remove bad things that are around it and make it grow, make it blossom, make it become big, make it become great. That is just basically what you need to do. So the sooner you realize that as our third point, the better for you. All right? Oh, marriage needs patience. Why am I saying marriage needs patience? You cannot go into marriage today and you give birth tomorrow, and the next tomorrow your husband has been promoted, and the next tomorrow you guys have bought a car, and the next tomorrow you have built a house. It doesn't work that way. Believe me, it does not work that way. You can get married. For some people, they even battle it for 10 years before they can see the fruit of the womb. That is before they can have kids. For some couples, they have kids right away, but they battle to have a job to sustain their families. For some families, you get married to a man who has a good job, then immediately after the marriage, he gets sacked, or one thing or the other happens, and he happens to lose his job. And you don't have a good job, but you have to use your little salary now to see through for your family to survive. You have to pay rent from that. You have to buy baby diapers from that. You have to buy food from that. This man needs clothes. He needs to cream himself. He needs to shower. You need to pay the water bills, the electricity bills. Make sure foodstuffs are in the house. A lot of things. And even if he's going for a job hunt, he will ask you for transport and you have to pay for it. So you understand what I'm saying, guys? Marriage needs sacrifice. If you don't have a sacrificing heart, trust me, you will leave that marriage like now. You cannot make it. You cannot stand it. You'll feel so much pressurized. You'll feel so much suffocated that you cannot really go through with it. So once you want to get married, if you intend to get married, you have to realize first of all that it requires a big deal of sacrifice. Once you realize that, everything will work for you. Another thing you need to know is that patience and sacrifice, they go together. They go together. Because if you cannot sacrifice to put up with your husband when he's broke, like you have to fend for the family, tomorrow when he has the money and you're broke, you will not expect him to sacrifice for you. Last but not least, you need to realize that you're going to need respect in your marriage. Respect is going to be paramount. It's very, very important. It is needed. It is not wanted. It's a need. You're going to need respect and vice versa. Your respective other is also going to need respect from you. So if you cannot find it in your heart to respect your respective other, don't expect respect in return. By this I mean their opinions also matter. Everybody knows that the man is the head of the house, right? We are not disputing that. We are very okay being the neck of the house. But then again, we expect you to ask for our opinions when it concerns things that concern the family. Even if it does not really mean you must stick to my opinion and do it like that. But as long as you ask for my opinion and I gave it to you, the final decision depends on you. Whether you choose to do it the way I want it or you choose to do it the way you have decided as the head of the house, that is not important to us as ladies. What is important is, did you seek my opinion? Do I know about it? That is what is important, guys. So respect is important. If you can take decisions without asking your wife's permission, without seeking your wife's opinion, tomorrow if she starts making decisions without seeking your opinion, how will you feel about it? Will you be okay with it? These are some of the questions you have to ask yourself. If my wife was to make decisions without asking me first, how will I feel about it? Will I be fine with it? Will I be okay with it? Or will I feel bad about it? Will it pain me? How will it affect our relationship? How will it affect my love for him? And once you put yourself in your wife's shoe, you'll have to change and realize that anytime you want to make a big decision in the family that involves the family, you have to ask your wife. Not necessarily big. Even little things, to men they seem little, but to women they seem big, because we have a way to magnify things as ladies. I'll give you an example. You're inviting a visitor, you're hosting a visitor in your house, and you have not asked your wife's opinion. If this visitor is coming, your wife needs to know, because she's the one who's cooking, she's the one who's cleaning the house. She has other things to do. She has to budget for the house foodstuffs. She has to budget for 1 more mouth, 2 more mouth, 3 more mouth, depending on how many visitors you're expecting. She has to fix a place for them to sleep if they are going to spend, and she has to know how long are they coming to stay in your house. If you just bring them like that without telling them about it, what do you expect them to do about it? How are they going to know about it? So basically, that's just it. I believe you've learned a lot today, and that is just our part 1. And we are going to be having our part 2, our part 3, and our part 4, and maybe part 5. Right? So thank you very much for being with me to the latter. I believe you've learned a lot today, and you can also view the videos, like the videos, share the videos. And in case you haven't subscribed, kindly don't forget to subscribe. Just click the red button over there and get yourself subscribed, and after that click at the notification bell icon. That way anytime I upload a new video, you will be the first one to know, right? So thank you very much. Be good, stay calm. Until our next video, I'll see you there. Bye bye.